What's up, everybody? Today is Big Chungus Day. This video will include a it's not a full review. This is more of like a first impressions. I did do a race on these though, which you'll see some clips of. This is the Big Chungus made by our friends in Singapore, Ascent. This is actually not the, they changed it to gloss after they sent these to me. So if you buy a set of these, just know that it's got a gloss finish instead of a satin now. This is an Aero wheel set that's very, very interesting. This is a 59 depth front and a 54 depth rear. So it's got the offset front and rear. 32 internal rim width that is hooked, which is kind of funny. Like, to me, I don't understand why you would want a hooked wheel with this much volume. But I will concede that it is seemingly a reason why people are buying this wheel, even though to me it's kind of redundant. I don't foresee any situation where having a hooked on a 32 rim is like going to be relevant, but that's okay. If that's a reason that you bought this wheel, like, I think that you're silly. Very affordable wheel set. It is $1,830. Has a CX-ray spoke, and then this is their hub, which is very nice. It's aluminum and machined. It's kind of loud. I'm pretty sure this is a Paul. Yeah. So it's like a Paul spring system. And the Pauls, this is a really nice feature of this. The Pauls are captured in there, so they won't like explode out on the floor. And it uses like NTN bearings, pretty standard high quality stuff. These wheels weigh in at 1,450 grams, so they're about as light as the Zip Explorer SW, but they are coming in a little bit cheaper. I actually think this wheel set is like competing directly with that Zip SW wheel in terms of price point, but we are going to be head-to-head testing it against the super premium GSES 6.7. This is an undefeated wheel. If you watched our wheel test, nothing has beaten this in our test yet. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty with the Chungus during that test. And because this wheel we already know it won, we're just going to see what the gap is here. We can kind of make inferences based off of that. I got some 2.1 Thunderbirds here. On the GSES, we are getting 56. On the Chungus, we are getting 54. I would say, like, if you don't want your tire to be like super ballooned out, this might be a good option too. The external rim on this is a little bit different. It's like 40 instead of 43. So you can see that the NV is a little bit more flush with the tire. We have a real test with the Chungus now. It is not faster than the 6.7s.
Dang it.
But it is pretty fast. First off, I was really tired from doing Diverge versus Crux, and so I had to drop the wattage down. I couldn't hold 300 watts because I literally did 20 miles of 300 watts the day before, and so I was pretty tired. GSCS won by roughly 6 seconds on both runs. The thing to understand about that, GSCS has never lost to anything, and it's also, nothing has ever been even remotely close to it.
It's always like, everything else is always about like 6 or more seconds off.
Yeah, so like if you go back to the other tests we did, the 4.5 and the Terra Aero, we're like 6 or 7 seconds behind the 6.7. While this is not a 6.7 beater, I'm not sure anything is right now. The Chungus is very fast. So the Chungus is within spitting distance of the 6.7 and is $2,000 wheel set. Do you think that people who are shopping for GSCS 6.7 are also shopping for Big Chungus?
No.
I don't think it's the same customer.
It's not the same customer.
I actually told Ascent that even though you didn't beat the 6.7, like, I don't think people who were shopping for NV wheels were also shopping for Ascent wheels at the same time. If you are one of those people who are not shopping for NV wheels, but you are shopping for wheels, I now have some loose data that shows that this wheel is in fact pretty good in aerodynamics, which I think is obvious from just the way it's shaped, but you guys love the numbers, so we're gonna show the numbers. I think the Chungus is for people who want something not as serious. Like, it says Big Chungus on it. If you like kind of taking the piss out of like bike equipment, but you still want to be competitive, definitely check out the Big Chungus because it is really fun. I think it's hilarious. Trey wasn't in the first clip. How do you feel about hooked 32 internal? I don't understand the need for a hook with this big of an internal, but like people really care about it, and I have a feeling that's why people are buying this wheel set already. What do you think? Like, does it matter?
I don't think it matters whatsoever. I don't think hook versus hookless should be a debate. I think people that are scared of hookless are people that probably aren't even riding bikes. They're just internet warriors is what it seems like.
People who are scared of hookless need to get off the internet.
Yeah, they need to go buy a hookless wheel set and try to ride 10,000 miles in a year and see if you can possibly blow a tire off your wheel. I guarantee you won't.
I guarantee you won't also. But if that's you, Big Chungus.
Yeah, if that's you, you aren't going to buy a wheel set anyways. You're just going to sit behind your computer and write mean comments.
I raced this wheel set in the Garbage Mountain Gravel Grinder in Terre Haute. I actually had the Hutchinson 45 Caracol race on this wheel. These wheels, they don't feel as fast as like the 6.7, but like I felt like I was moving. They're a little bit lighter. There wasn't a lot of climbing on the course, but whenever we did climb, I did feel like I had the right amount of snappiness to get up the climbs with these. There's just like nothing like out of the ordinary with this wheel set. It's kind of like dead in the center. It's not the most compliant wheel, but it's also not harsh at all. Like, I wouldn't say this has a compliance factor on the level of like an NV45, which is what I think is the most compliant wheel out right now. If I was to rank this, I do think these are a little bit more compliant than that Zip Explorer wheel. I think that's a good place to like rank it, is like a little bit better than the Zip in the compliance factor. I ran 45s because Keely, our SRAM rep who lives there, told me that I didn't need big tires, and he lied to me. I needed the big tires.
I think he said that because his bike can only run 45, so he's never experienced something bigger.
Dude.
So he just doesn't even know what he's missing out on.
By the end of the race, I was so cooked, dude. We were like in farm fields and just like big chunk boulders, and I was like, this sucks. But whenever the road smoothed out, like I definitely felt like I was on the superior aerodynamic setup compared to the people I was racing. I didn't win the race, but by the end of it just was so tired that I couldn't even like do it anymore. This is a quality wheel that isn't doing anything extremely spectacular, but it's not asking you to spend $1 million on it at the same time. Logistics of Big Chungus are interesting. We import all of the Ascent product from Singapore. It does create a situation where it is completely unpredictable when it's going to come in and be clearing customs. He sends it, they hit customs, and then it could be quick, it could be a day, or it could be 2 weeks, and we just don't know. On our website, we just have rolling pre-orders. You can order Ascent product, and it is always like in the mail. Like, we have Chunguses on order, but I don't know when they're going to come in, and if you ask me, I'm probably going to say 2 weeks, and it might not be right. If you want a set, you can just get in line for the pre-order, and then we will just fulfill it whenever we get them in the mail. I think this wheel is for people who want hooked. I think that is probably the main selling point of this wheel for a lot of people out there. People who don't have the budget for like a GSCS or like whatever other fast wheel.
Yeah.
And it's for people who just want to have some fun, because yeah, it is kind of fun. Like, I imagine rolling up to like a Lifetime Grand Prix with like Big Chungus. Dude.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
That'd be funny.
We should do like a more budget wheel test, like these versus Zip Explorer S's and some NV AR 40s.
This would win. This price point is in the budget price point, but the performance is in the high performance category. I think that this would win and beat all of those wheels. Let us know down below what wheels you want this to be tested against.
We have to be able to get them.
Yeah, but also I do want to acknowledge that we understand that we put this up against the it's like completely jumping off the deep end. We put the big Chungus up against the heavyweight champion of the world. So,
and it lost.
But we didn't think it was going to win. Like, we understand what we did here. So if you have a wheel that you think would be interesting to compare to the big Chungus, let us know. We have these doing more rides with the Chungus coming up here. Big shout out to Ascent for making this wheel. I actually am going to take some credit. I asked him to make these. So I'm stoked that he came out with something that's like pretty awesome, especially considering the price point.
If you guys want to buy stuff, go to our website or email us. We'll get you big Chunguses or NV67s or any other thing that you want, or new Apidura bags.
Oh yeah. This is for a different video, but we can plug the new bolt-on Apidura bag.
Apidura bags. These are what you saw like Keegan and Matt Beers and the whole Specialized squad running, and they're out now. You can buy them.
Sweet. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.